love going later in the show because everyone's drinking. So, yeah, you either laugh more or remember less. It's fine either way. My name's Brielle. I'm relatively new to the comedy scene here in Barcelona. You can tell because I get my stimulants through a straw instead of through my nose. If you don't get that joke, Silvano will explain it to you in the back. I realized that I also look very young. Like, if you saw me on the street, like, how old would you think that I was?
23.
Like, if you saw me on the street,
Like 16?
Like 16, yeah, right. That's the usual answer. I also asked them the same. No, it's just like a lot of people, that's the usual answer, right? Under 18, and like, if I'm under 18, guys, there's a handful of men in this city who are in big trouble. I am single.
Yeah!
You guys rock. No, I was dating this guy for about 2 months, and then I took him to a comedy show. Yeah, it's my fault. I should have learned the first time that happened. The first time I took a guy to a comedy show, it was his first comedy show ever. Exactly. Yeah, and I said, look, man, they're gonna recognize me, and they are going to talk to you. And he's like, that's fine. And I was like, oh. Well, like, can I talk about you on stage? And he goes, yeah. I was like, are you sure? Because if you don't want me to, I won't. And he's like, oh yeah, that's fine. It's like, you don't sound sure about that at all, but okay. He goes, no. He goes, give me the full experience. And you know what, guys? Your girl delivers. So let me tell you about this guy, okay? He was tall, dark, and handsome, okay? Beautiful, beautiful Egyptian man, all right? And like, he looked like he was painted by Da Vinci and sculpted by Michelangelo, all right? The first time I saw him take off his shirt, I out loud to his face went, Jesus Christ! Which is funny because he's Middle Eastern, so that's what he is. Actually, it doesn't look like. And you know what? If there had been an oil painting of him in church, I'm atheist, but I would have come every Sunday. I appreciate that you guys like that joke, because I didn't get to tell that joke on stage because my friend told me that I shouldn't compare the guy I had been on 2 dates with, who was an Egyptian Muslim named Muhammad. She told me I shouldn't compare him to Jesus Christ on stage during Ramadan. So I didn't get to use that joke. But you know what? I like it, and like the sweater he never asked for back, I'm gonna keep it. So I didn't tell that joke. I talked about him a little on stage. I got on stage and I just went, oh guys, I brought a date and I'm super nervous, and like, he's the most beautiful man I've ever seen, and like, if he's that hot, contractually, I have to be that funny. That was it. That was the only thing I said about him on stage. But what happened was, that prompted every other comedian to get on stage and go, where's the beautiful Egyptian man? Where's the hot guy? What? The host brought him on stage, and I'm like in the back, like melting into my seat. The comedian sitting in front of me was like, nice. That's the best way I can explain being a woman in comedy. So I am single, but like, I have a really strong type in men. Like, for example, this one time I found myself in India. Sorry, India found itself in me. His name is Raj. Doesn't matter. Type, okay, but it's not like I only date guys from like one culture or one country, but they would all fit under the umbrella of like, would not make it through American airport security. You know what I mean? Venezuela, Colombia, Saudi Arabia, she's nodding, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Tajikistan, Morocco, Algeria, Turkey. I realize Turkey is like technically European, but like on a scale of 1 to cavity search, he was a solid 6.5. I have a type. It's true to my colonizer blood and my 90s upbringing. I will catch them all. Yes! And the sun shall never set on my walk of shame. What happened, guys, is like, I came to Spain really, like, I came to Spain chasing Spaniards and that sweet EU passport. But what happened was, I moved to Raval. I gotta say though, there's nothing halal about the things that have happened in my apartment. So the last thing that I'll say is, I had these jokes about being a woman in comedy, and then I sign up, and it's all, we've had 6 out of 8 of our comedians are women. I feel like they're gaslighting me a little. But right, it's 6 out of 8 comedians, and it says Ladies Night on our Instagram post. The poster's pink and sparkly. Ladies Night. You know what they call it when 6 out of 8 comedians are men? Saturday. So on that note, that was my time.
So anyway, I guess, we all here know what a resting bitch face is, right? Walker, I'm looking at you. But anyway, people tell me that a lot, but I don't agree. I don't think I have a resting bitch face. But what I do have, though, is a resting Karen hand. And you know how people have emotional baggage? I have an emotional purse. Yeah. And I know you're asking yourself right now, what is in this purse? And I'm going to tell you. I'm 34 years old and I live with my mother. So, shame. Shame, sexual frustration, and teenage angst. That's what's in this purse. Yeah, you see, I never planned to be a teenager again at this age. But I know it's totally my fault because you see, growing up, like I have an older brother, and he was like the typical loud teenage son that would smoke, drink, drop penises all over his walls. And that is a thing, it's not just in the movies. But me on the other hand, okay, I did the exact same shit, but the biggest fear in my life was my parents' shocked face expressions all the fucking time, so I would hide everything, okay? So on the days where I really, really needed to draw a dick, I would just do it. Thank you. In the privacy of a fucking notebook, okay? It's not that fucking hard. Oh, thank you so much, fellow comedians. Yeah, no, but I ended up realizing that I shot myself in the foot with this because now that I'm living with my mom again, I have to keep up this innocent persona, right? Yeah, yep. And as an adult, living with teenage angst, I realized it's a complete mindfuck because I keep wanting to do things, or I'm doing things that I don't even want to do. Like, the more my mom is like super against something, I'm like, oh yeah, you fucking watch me do it. And the last time this happened, I actually did end up in hospital, no joke. I ended up with pneumonia, an eyebrow that barely moved, and a deaf ear, okay? I swear, all because I refused to dry my hair in winter. I also stopped wearing a sweater during winter, but I won't tell you what happened after that. It was bad. But my mom, she also loves to give advice, I think as all parents do. Her favorite type of advice is obvious, unsolicited advice. And the other day she told me, Anna, be careful of the men that you meet. And I was like, okay. And I don't know why, I really don't know why, oh my God. It triggered me so bad. I ended up deep-throating a guy twice my age in Badalona, okay? For the people that aren't from here, Badalona is a really shitty town. Anyway, and would I do this if I didn't have teenage angst? Absolutely not, because I fucking hate Badalona. Oh, yeah. So, fun fact about me, or fun facts. I like to drink. I think it's fun, so far. Thank you. Yes. I haven't shot myself yet because someday.
One day.
Very close. But yeah, it's gone to the point now where you see, like, my mom. On the other hand, she doesn't like to drink. She'll have like one tiny little beer, and she'll be like, "Oh my God, I can't feel my legs." And I'll be like, "Hey, Mom, like, calm down." And so I'm in this point of my life now where, for example, if we're watching a movie together, and she'll be like, "Anna, should we have like a glass of wine?" And I'll be like, Mom, we should. And I'll be like, "I'll get it." And I run to the kitchen, I pour myself the biggest fucking glass of red wine. I down it. Sometimes I take two, who knows? Anyway, I down it. And only then, once I'm satisfied, I pour myself the real small glass of red wine. Yeah, that's the life I'm living right now. That's how I'm surviving. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. But I think she's actually catching on to my alcoholic tendencies. I know she is, because she's gotten to the habit now where she goes to Mercadona. It's a shop here for food, FYI, Walker. And she goes to Mercadona and she buys like the smallest, tiniest beers ever. And she'll come home and she'll be like, "Ana, mira, aren't these just the perfect size?" And I'll be like, I'm like, yeah, after I've downed 5 of them. And then I feel like such a serial killer because I'm looking at them thinking, how the fuck am I gonna hide and dispose of you all? Oh man, yeah. So personal space is another thing I struggle with daily, obviously. And I've actually completely given up on hiding anything in my room, okay? Because as most people that live here know, Spanish mothers, they are too fucking good at cleaning, okay? Too good. Like, I think the police force should let those poor little drug dogs go, and they should only hire retired Spanish mothers. Yeah, thank you. They will find your fucking drugs. They will. My mom, she will even find your drugs. Anyway, guys. This is clearly why I chose alcoholism instead of drug addiction. It's just easier, it's no hassle. I want to end this set on a high note, so I'd like to do a little prayers if you'd like to hold hands and join me in this.
Okay.
Beautiful. So, the Americans are feeling it. Religion, anyway.
We're used to this.
Woo! So, dear God, the universe, or whichever black hole out there is listening, please, for the sake of my survival, don't ever let my mom see this set. Amen.
Who's ever heard their neighbors having sex? The same crowd, right? Yeah, it goes hand in hand, yeah. I have the same issue, but it's not one neighbor, it's all my neighbors. And because I'm a comedian, apparently, I'll talk about them. So first we have the upstairs neighbors. I don't know why, I think it's for the thrill, but they love having sex on their balcony. They love having sex on their balcony. And I don't mind that much. But when I started moving into my apartment, I thought my balcony was full of bird shit. That wasn't it. I mean, all my tomatoes on my balcony, instead of sun-dried tomatoes, there's cum-dried tomatoes now. Swear to God. In all fairness, tastes exactly the same. It's just a bit saltier. And I swear to God, this is not even a joke, I feel like the sun gets too much credit for sun-dried tomatoes. Not a joke, just an opinion. Then you have my downstairs neighbors, right? Because sound travels up. It's like I can hear them next to me. And the thing is that the woman screams so loud, but she screams like she just saw her children get shot in front of her, and she has to watch them die a slow and horrific death, but in a sexy way. It's weird. I mean, with all my neighbors having sex, my entire apartment smells like sex now. All the rooms. Except my bedroom. That still has the new car smell. That's perfect. And then you have the left and right neighbors. They always go at it at the same time. It's super weird. Like, I could put a timer on this, always at the same time. If one of them isn't doing it, I feel like I'm turning deaf on one side. It's like one of your AirPods just running out of battery. Like, and they always do it at the same time, but never in the same pitch, though. So the left neighbor is much higher than the right neighbor. It goes like, huh, huh. And I've noticed that they leave a middle tone. And I think they want me to join the sex band that they're creating there. Which is why I'm on stage right now. Because I'm searching for somebody to join this sex band, and because there's so many people here and I can't go through you one by one, I'm gonna ask you guys to do your best orgasm. I mean, we're all gonna do it together, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be lovely. Right? You didn't think you're gonna have an orgasm in a comedy show, right? Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna count to 3, and then you guys let it go, okay? 1, 2, 3. I see you very confused, sir. Did we just hear your girlfriend, or did we just hear your wife, girlfriend, get an orgasm for the first time together? Is this what happened? So, on the contrary, like, it doesn't happen a lot, but I do, like my neighbors, sometimes have sex. So, like, once in a blue moon. I swear to God, not a lot. I'm turning into Chris there. But when it happens, I'm super excited, right? But then the problem is, I have a squeaky bed at home. Does anybody have a squeaky bed at home? Oh, you guys aren't IKEA people? Oh, Jesus Christ. Fancy schmancy. Okay, well, I have an IKEA bed, and it squeaks. But the thing is that it's not the squeaking itself that bothers me. It's the lag between me thrusting and the squeaking that bothers me. It's like watching a movie, and then the audio is like 3 seconds behind. Or it's like having a phone call, and then you hear yourself twice. It's like that kind of feeling. It just, your brain freezes up. And I have the same thing, but I feel like you guys don't get it, so I'll show you. It goes a bit like this. There's an audience here. I'll do the chair again. So annoying. By the way, this is the fastest that I'll ever move in bed. Yes, I'm looking at you, hiking girls. I've used more lubrication on the bed than I've ever needed in my sex life, and nothing works. The squeaking doesn't go away. And the thing is that this isn't even the most annoying part of the squeaking. The thing is that while I'm doing the deed, and yes, exactly the reason why I never have sex, because I say things like, while I'm doing the deed. I imagine that while I'm powerfully thrusting, by the way, super powerfully, the bed frame hits the nose of the clown that lives under the bed. And I don't know how you guys would feel about that, but fucking hell, it messes me up. Like, as soon as I start thinking that, I come so fast. Oh, clowns are so sexy. Even if I see a guy with curly hair, I just, I don't know.